First, I want to apologize to you. About I didn't hear carefully, so that I didn't print my PPT. And I will give you after class or teacher turns. I will post it on the e-portfolio. I'm sorry about that.
So the title.
Hello, I'm Cathy. Today I'm going to talk about internet-based grammar instruction in the ESL classroom. And let's talk about citation. The writer is Mohammed F. 2009 December, and this article is Internet-based grammar instruction in the ESL classroom. The journal is International Journal of Pedagogy and Learning. This is what contains in my presentation: introduction, purpose, literature review, methodology, result and conclusion, and last one is reflection. Let's see introduction first. Internet is proved to be an effective tool for language learning. In past days, we always use conventional pen-board instruction we call CPBI. But some people will think it's very boring because we just writing and talking, writing. So nowadays, we use internet-based instruction to make our teaching better and the students learning well. So we think it's good tool in nowadays. The purpose is to find out the effectiveness of internet-based grammar instruction (IBGI) on the learning of grammar. Let's see literature review. Why we use grammar in our research to be a study, to be a research? Because grammar explains how a particular language works. Example, Grammatical Facts About That Language by Fennell, 2002. Next one, Grammar as a Set of Language Patterns That Show a Sensible Sentence by Cahill and Rivers, 2003. We must try to answer the question, what are the optimal conditions for over-teaching of grammar? By Brown, 1994. Let's see methodology. This is the design of this research. You can see there are Group A and Group B. Group A is experimental group, and the Group B is control group. And the O1 is pre-test, O2 is post-test, and the S1 is treatment. And the Group A will do the pre-test first, then they will do the treatment, finally do the post-test. And the Group B will do the pre-test and do the post-test. And the treatment means the internet-based instruction. We will use it in Group A to know how the difference between Group A and Group B. Let's see the procedure. First one, our Group A will learn the items grammar on the study by 2 hours from week 1 to week 3. And the next one, subject agreement was covered from week 4 to week 6. Last one, tenses were covered, and from week 7 to week 10. And it all total spent 10 weeks. Final result and conclusion. Let's see the research question. Is IBGI more effective than CBPI in teaching parts of speech, subject agreement, verb, or tenses? Question 2. In students' essays, do students who are exposed to IBGI make fewer errors, fewer grammatical errors in parts of speech, subject agreement, and tenses, those who are receiving CPBI? In answering research question 1, we have to see table 1, the mean of the total game scores of the groups. As you can see, Group A, internet-based, get higher scores than conventional group. But let's know there was not a significant difference in this table, so we have to do a t-test. The t-test shows p-value is lower than 0.05 and the significant is lower than p-value. So we can say there was a significant difference between the groups. Table 3 shows the mix of the gain scores for each grammatical area of the groups. They learn 3 parts of the grammar. So we have to see each grammatical items what they get score higher or lower. First one, parts of speech, subject-verb agreement, and the tenses. As you can see, Internet-based do well in the parts of speech and the subject-verb agreement, but not in the tenses. So let's conduct the t-test again. Table 4 is a t-test comparing the means of the total gain scores for each grammatical areas for the groups. And there was really a significant difference between the parts of speech, subject-verb agreement, but really not in the tenses. Sorry. Maybe you will think why? Because tenses is more difficult in this study. So we can see this finding shows that IBGI can effective in parts of speech and the subject-verb agreement, but not in tenses. We will talk about it later. Table 5 is answering the research question 2. The mean scores for every of the groups. You can see Internet-based groups have a significant difference between the pre-test and the post-test, but conventional groups have not a significant difference. And the t-test shows there was really a big, significant difference between those groups. Let's see the conclusion. Internet is an effective medium in teaching and learning grammar, but not all items could be effectively learned using the Internet. In this study, tenses was very hard to explain on the Internet, but because tenses have many times future tense, past tense, so if we can use a conventional pen-border instruction to explain it, students will know it better. But Internet cannot explain all the concept of times or aspect. Let's see my reflection. First one. Internet-based teaching could be convenient and useful in English teaching. According to my teaching experience, using Internet will be helpful in teaching. And the Internet is a potentially effective teaching tool. In my teaching experience, we always use our pen just in the whiteboard, talking and writing. And the student on the stage will think, what are you doing right now? I can't understand. And if you always use game, because children like to play game, I think it's waste my time and waste children's time. So I think if we can use Internet, it also can be, children also like to play computer, surf the Internet. If we use Internet to combine our teaching, our conventional pen-boarding instruction, I think it will be more interesting in our teaching, and the students can learn well in English learning. And thank you for your listening.
Good job. Wow, okay. Time is really flying, huh? 1 year ago. Yes. Okay. Very energetic girl here. Okay, good job. Very good. Question. 5 minutes. Do I have volunteer for the question? It's very interesting study and not difficult at all. The design is easy, so maybe you can think about that and go for that study. Okay, questions? No? Okay, yes, very good. Your name, please. 14. All right. Jiayin, yes. Okay.
It's in the University of Malaysia, and there are 18 males and 32 females. But they are non-English learner, like not major in English.